Hey there, ladies and gentlemen. You have likely heard of Carcassonne, as right here on the box it says over 12 million of these suckers have been sold. It is a game that's been around for a while, but it is still really, really fun. And so let's go ahead and dive on into the contents and dive on into this video. Alright, so here is your board right here that you're going to use just to keep track of the score. And so you're going to have different colored meeples that you're going to use to just track that. And so you're going to take just one of those meeples that you get of your color and put it on here. The rest you're going to be using to put down on these tiles. So you have all of these different tiles. These tiles right here consist of, there's some different backs on some of them. They're kind of hard to see, but I'm gonna see if I can show those to you real quick. So you can see one is a white sea and one is a black sea. So the white sea is the starter tile and the 12 river tiles. So these 12 river tiles, really cool with this game specifically. I was able to get, I think it's in all the ones that they're selling now on Amazon. But in this version, they have 2 mini expansions, and this is the river. So here are some river tiles. You can kind of see the river on there a little bit, right? The river. And so I'm not gonna dive into that right now. And the other one is the abbot. So really all you're getting with that expansion is these pieces right here that look just a little bit different, one in each color. And those change the gameplay a little bit. And you're gonna have this that's just gonna tell you how the river and the abbot work. So one quick page to tell you about that. But overall, the rules are really, really simple of the game. You're gonna draw a tile and then you're gonna place it onto the board in a way that makes sense. So what that means is this one right here, since it had the city, I can place it here or here. And then once you place it, then you can place a meeple on that piece if you'd like. You don't have to, but you can. Sometimes you can't. So for cities, you can battle other people with knights. When you place a meeple in a city, it becomes a knight, and you can battle. Whoever has the most meeples in that city, once it's enclosed, gets points for that city. 2 points per piece, per tile that is connected to that city. And then you also have roads. So this one right here, see the roads coming out of that, branching off. I could put that here, I could put that here, I could put that here. So there's a lot of places I could put that, or I could just take a grassy spot and say, I'm just gonna place it over here. So there's a lot of options of where you could place things depending on what you draw. You can always look at the grassy side, and remember you can place that on the grassy side of anything else. I could place that here. I could not place a road going into grass. I can't place a road going into a city. You have to make sure that it still jives with what's going on. So if you place a meeple on a road, it becomes a highwayman, and you get 1 point for every tile that that highwayman is on for the road as long as it goes. And so that can be a really nice thing. So if we had another one of these and it finished out, then that would be the end of that road. The other piece, let's see if we can find one here. Perfect. This is the church, I believe is what it's called. But you put a church down, let's say we put it down here, and then as soon you put one of your meeples on there and he becomes a bishop, I think is what it's called as well. But the words don't matter as much as the rules. And so as soon as that is completely filled, all the spaces around it are completed, then you get 1 point for each of those tiles right there around it. So a completed one is worth 9. And you just play until all of the pieces are gone. So really simple game to dive on into and start playing. And there are some different mini rules you can play with. As I said, it comes with the mini expansions, the river and the abbot. So if it's too simple, you want more decisions and that kind of thing to go with the game, you definitely can get yourself there. So that is the game Carcassonne. Really, really fun. Really fun. Really easy game to understand, but the depth of the game is really pretty good. There's some good strategy involved. It's fairly light as far as rules, getting into play and everything, but you can definitely take the strategy pretty deep if you want to do that. So this is Carcassonne. It is for 2 to 5 players. Playtime's about 35 minutes is what it says on the box here, and I'd say that's fairly accurate. It's going to go pretty quick. You're going to be looking at where to put your tile and place it, and it's going to go fairly quick because you have a certain amount of tiles you're playing with. Every game might be a little bit longer if you're playing with the river or abbot, more decisions and that kind of thing. But overall, really, really fun game. I've really enjoyed it and just wanted to let you guys know a little bit more about it because it's so popular in case you haven't heard about it. So hopefully that gives you just a quick touch and a taste of Carcassonne, what it is, what it does, and why it may or may not be right for you. Thanks.